Right now, the world is asking the same urgent question. How long before these global energy shocks trigger a full global recession? Oil has already surged past $114 a barrel. The Strait of Hormuz remains effectively paralyzed, and relentless demand from AI data centers is adding even more pressure. What began as a regional conflict has now created a worldwide economic storm that is showing up in higher prices for gas, groceries, shipping, and almost everything else. Here's exactly how the shock is unfolding in real time. Sustained high oil prices act like a hidden tax on the entire global economy. Every extra dollar per barrel ripples through supply chains, raising costs for transportation, manufacturing, and agriculture. With tanker traffic near zero and rerouting around Africa adding weeks and millions in extra fuel, the price increases are landing directly on consumers and businesses faster than anyone expected. Gas prices are climbing 30 to 40% in many markets. Grocery bills are rising because fertilizer shipments from the Gulf have stalled, threatening crop yields from Asia to Europe. Airlines and shipping companies are passing on higher fuel costs, which means more expensive tickets, freight rates, and imported goods. Even home energy bills are set to spike as natural gas storage levels drop and winter approaches in the Northern Hemisphere. The dangerous trade-off is now clear. Central banks face a brutal choice: fight rising inflation caused by energy costs, or cut rates to support slowing growth. If they do the former, borrowing becomes more expensive and spending slows. If they do the latter, inflation stays sticky and erodes purchasing power. Either path weakens the economy further. History shows how quickly this can spiral. The 1970s oil shocks triggered stagflation and deep recessions across the developed world. Today's situation carries the same warning signs, except this time the shock is happening while supply chains are already fragile, and AI is driving unprecedented electricity demand. Economists are sounding the alarm. BlackRock's CEO recently warned that oil heading toward $150 and staying there could trigger a stark and steep global recession. Goldman Sachs and others have raised recession odds significantly, saying that if prices remain elevated for just a few more weeks, the risk jumps sharply. The longer the disruption lasts, the harder it becomes to avoid a broad slowdown. The most worrying part is the speed. Each new threat to energy infrastructure reduces capacity that cannot be replaced quickly. Global markets are already pricing in months of pain, and the ripple effects are reaching households everywhere. Watch for three key signals in the coming days: oil suddenly jumping above $120 and holding, further drops in tanker traffic through the Gulf, or new confirmed strikes on major energy sites. Any one of those could accelerate the timeline dramatically. How long before these global energy shocks trigger a full global recession? The next 10 to 14 days will likely decide whether this remains a painful squeeze or turns into something far more serious. The numbers are moving in real time, and the stakes have never been higher for economies and households around the world.